They always say if you can't beat them, join them. So this year I decided to join the party. And the Democrats are coming out in record numbers, it appears, from the votes that are coming in. Certainly we have a tough fight. I'm fighting an incumbent that's been in the seat for 46 years. Wow. I'm fighting an incumbent who is absent from the community. I'm fighting an incumbent who has let us down in the community. If you look around and look at the southern sector of Dallas, certainly you don't see what you see on the north side like you do on the south side. So I'm just gonna tell it like it is. We got people right here in our community, 30 years without water in Sandy Works, under the incumbent's leadership. Now you just sit there for a moment and think what your life would be like 30 years without water. Sitting right next door to the Dallas Water Treatment System plant, and they don't have water. The incumbent can't get them water, but yet the incumbent sits on the Water and Resource Committee. So we violating the Clean Water Act of 1974, and ain't nobody saying nothing. We got $100 million of HUD money missing. Your money, my money. That money was supposed to go to building affordable houses over on this side of town. What is it? That's federal money. $100 million. The FBI is sitting downtown, done set up shop in the city hall right now. Federal money. Ain't nobody holding nobody accountable. No money, my money. Nobody holding nobody accountable. But yet, they want to build $400,000 houses down the street here when people can't afford them. We don't have those types of jobs over here. We got warehouses. A whole bunch of warehouses. We need high-tech jobs over here. Because guess what? Robots going to replace all of us. So, if robots getting ready to replace us, who's teaching them how to make them? Who's teaching them how to code? Who's teaching our children how to do these things? Nobody. Our education is messed up over here. 51% of our schools failing. Failing. We can't come up because we keep hitting upside the head. Our children are at stake in this election, ladies and gentlemen. Mass incarceration is killing us. Young black and white single females raising kids without no father because they get locked up. And then guess what? They get out, they move down the street to the motel down the street. Because they can't find proper housing, they can't find a proper job. They can't get nothing because they're fed. Now we done messed up and crippled our economy because our best capital is human capital. It's human capital. Because if you can't work, you can't do nothing. You can't contribute to society or nothing else. We got a lot of problems that's going on the southern sector of Dallas, from Oak Cliff down to Red Oak, to Lancaster, to Grand Prairie. All your money being spent in Midtown, downtown, uptown. Ain't nobody saying that. All your money, your taxpayer dollars, your federal dollars, all of it being spent to uplift Midtown, downtown, and uptown, which used to be red line African American communities. So they gentrified our community, moved us out and displaced us. Now, because of that displacement, we can't afford to live there. So the $100 million that could have been spent on this side of town that nobody's holding nobody accountable for, except for the FBI now, the federal government said we can't even build no more houses over here affordable. So that means we can't get no $80,000, no $100,000 houses over here for quite some time because somebody done stole your money. And you got to hold a current congressperson in charge for that because nobody spoke out. So I'm running not to succeed, but to be an antidote to our problem. And you know what the antidote does. It helps alleviate some of the pain and move some things along. So I'm running to be the antidote to the problem, a youthful antidote. somebody who has experience. I've been on all 7 continents of this planet. I've traveled all over the world. I graduated from Carter High School, first African American in integrated National Geographic magazine as a photojournalist. Integrated the Dallas Morning News when yet they were still 100 years old. This was in the early 80s. Hadn't had one African American in the newsroom. And still it's like that today. See, that's why we gotta tell our own story. We gotta tell our own story. So I'm running to liberate our communities from the colonialist past and the vestiges that have been keeping us down. Because I've seen a lot. I've covered 4 wars around this world. I've been in famine areas. I've been in areas where colonialism, like apartheid, was just had the foot on the people's neck. So I've seen this stuff up close and personal since I left my childhood home 33 years ago in Oak Cliff. And you know what travel does for the mind. It's the great equalizer. Can't tell me nothing if I ain't been in your backyard and you ain't been in mine. So what I'm looking for is your vote. If you hadn't already voted, I would love to have your vote to help liberate us. Give me a chance to prove to you. Because guess what? At the end of the day, you can vote me out. If I don't live up to your standards and what you want done for this community, you can vote me out in 2 years. Well, give me a chance to help turn this community around. And that's what I'm asking for this February. Election day is March 6th. Early voting ends March 2nd. So you still got some time. If you hadn't decided yet, I would love to have you vote. Your vote does count, and I really appreciate y'all having me out, and I love to take questions. If you have any questions, I love to stand here and address and answer any questions you might have.
I got 2 questions. What office is that? The Democratic candidate for U.S. Congress?
U.S. Congress.
Okay. And can you give the name of the incumbent that you're running against?
Yes, Eddie Bernice Johnson.
Okay.
Eddie Bernice Johnson. She's 83 years old.
Yeah.
She came to power in Dallas in 1972. So, it ain't my fault. The condition is like it is. It's the people that's been voting for us fault. Because y'all been the ones voting for 46 years. You gotta look at yourself. 46 years. If you want to know, you just gotta look at yourself. Now, I want to add this caveat to this deal. You probably didn't know this, but the congressional district, this district, Southern Sector of Dallas, gets roughly $92 million annually from the federal government to do contracts, programs, whatever they're gonna do. So it's been averaging between $78 and $92 million a year. Where is it? Can you see it over here?
No.
Okay.
Well, maybe the rail.
No, well, that definitely paid for some of it.
Oh.
That's part of it, because that's transportation. But in terms of more infrastructure like Midtown, downtown, mixed-use housing development, businesses, growth in that area, homes, you can't see that over here. Now, when you go to DeSoto and Cedar Hill, some more affluent areas, you see it. But the real tip of Southern Dallas, District 8, this area over here, District 4 and District 6, those areas.
I've been here. I came from somewhere else here.
Yeah, so you haven't seen it.
No, yes, sir.
I do have a question.
Yes, sir.
I don't know
Give me
if
this
it's
one.
in your area, but I know the college is building up.
Right.
I know they're building up towards the golf course and the horse
Right.
park and all that's gonna come in and surround us.
Right.
Now, we have a lot of seniors in our neighborhood that can't afford the property taxes when it goes up. Will there be a cap put on that? Is there anything that can be done about that?
I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's one of the things I'm running on my platform. Should I be elected, one of the bills I'd like to introduce to help blunt exactly what you're talking about is a rent rule law nationally. So that way, whoever the landlords are, would have to abide by the national, because see, right now, it's states' rights and cities' rights.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing in place nationally to stop that, just like with some of these gun laws, there's nothing in place nationally. And my job, should I be elected, is help craft some of those bills that become law that people here in Dallas will have to enforce. And that's one of the things that I really want to do, because blunting gentrification, because just giving these developers all this money, this TIF money and all this city development money to come over here and develop these areas, and nobody keeps them in check, and then all of a sudden,
Then they get people that brought
There
the
you go.
neighborhood to where it is behind them.
let them buy. That's it.
Okay.
So we gotta be able to blunt that gentrification. And right now, our current Congresswoman is voting 42% in favor of whatever Trump does. So if that lets you know now, granted the fact I'll be elected, I got to work with the man. But I don't know if I would want to vote with him on 42% of everything that he's putting forth.
Yeah.
So that's kind of high.
I'm sorry, I
Yes, ma'am.
disagree, because, she's my friend, and she texted me, she said she's running to better the Mexicans, she's got the control of the Mexicans, to
Oh,
make
really?
sure that the Mexicans do not have to be bordered back.
Mm.
And I'm telling you, I'm also telling you that it's just not just her,
Mhm.
it's Royce West as well.
Yeah, they do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can't put all of the bad stuff on her.
No.
Because she has done a lot of good stuff.
And see, that's why I call her emeritus. Because see, when she and I met last week, just by circumstance, because she hadn't been out campaigning, she came out after I pulled out. So she came on out, came to a church, showed up, sat right in front of me, told me I wasn't gonna win in the church. Okay, so now I'm telling you what she said.
No, she just spoke, she was like that.
I'm telling you what she said. My wife heard. To me, that was disrespectful. I don't like to be disrespected, and I don't care who you are. She came up and she did that, but at the same time, I respect her for her achievements. I respect her for what she's done. But what has she done for us lately? I'm not gonna give her no slack on that. Okay, so all of that coupled up, she'll never hear me disrespect her. I'll let somebody else do that. But for me, I'm never gonna do that. Because I don't want you to disrespect my achievements should I win. Because I got just as much achievement as she does, she just went down a different road. Everybody has their own path. And how you get there determines whatever car or vehicle you might be riding in. So that's my stance for her. But certainly, I'm not gonna be disrespected by her just because of who she is.
So,
Yes, ma'am.
with Eric Williams,
Yes.
so what immediate changes can we expect to see should you be elected to that seat?
Well, one of the things that I
Don't
think,
tell us what we wanna hear.
No, I'm
Tell
never
us
gonna
what
do
you're
that.
gonna make happen.
one of the things that I wanna do is take that $92 million that we get and turn it into a resource revolution. Number one, I wanna make people more aware of the United States Patent Office downtown, where ideas are created and made, especially our young people. Because right now, when you look at the heat map of the US patent where inventions are being made, the southern sector in Texas is bleak and it's black, it's dark. You look up north, it's lit up. So I want to bring technology to the southern sector of Dallas, where we are now having manufacturing and AI and robotics and engineering so that we can get our children up to speed where they can be on a competitive level with the people in China and Asia. Because right now we got money, market, talent, and location right here in the southern sector of Dallas that's been going untapped. We got to tap into that resource. And the only way we can tap into that resource, we got to provide certain organizations, qualified organizations, that I will vet personally to help in those endeavors, to help establish these things with government grants. But certainly, I'm trying to establish new relationships. I'm trying to cut off all the old ones so that we can start anew and afresh. That's my whole plan. So if people got good ideas when they come to the congressional office, and I see if we done vetted them, and it sounds great and good, and we can get on board with the city to get them to work together with us, which I have relationships with all the city council people, so that's important as well. Those are some of the things I want to do. Job creation and education and poverty are the three main things I want to tackle the minute I get in office. I want to get them people in Sand Branch, get them some clean water so they can take a bath. That's number one. Number two, I want to get over here and maybe see if we can recruit Bill Gates to come over here and establish some kind of research and development training center for our young fellas so that we can get them a job. And then lastly, blue collar workers. We need to get them up to speed on high tech jobs. So we need new training for blue collar workers so that they can be up to speed. And those are the things I'm gonna focus on day one, trying to get that done. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I hear you saying you want to bring in people that have knowledge to teach our young people all the new technological situations. Okay, I'm my children are grown, I don't have children in
Right.
school, so I'm not up to speed on that. But I keep hearing on the news, these schools that are being closed. I go past, this school over here near Keys
Yes.
that is falling down.
Mm.
I wouldn't live in that if it were a house,
Right.
okay? So why is it that all these millions of dollars is not helping to bring all of this into our schools, the public schools, so that they can teach these children that are from poverty-stricken areas? See, poverty-stricken area children don't get to go to the charter schools
Absolutely.
and the private schools. So help do something with our school system and our schools. They keep building new schools. They built 2 in Frisco, to my watching the news or whatever.
Well,
since I'm not involved.
that's a north disparity, I was
And
saying.
that's what I'm trying to say. And they're building infill houses, they said 20 years ago, when I first moved here from
Yes.
DC, that they were going to do infill houses. So, okay, they're doing them. I don't know what the cost is, but I don't understand what they're doing in the neighborhood. They're not telling me, or like, I don't know what's going on. Infill houses that they tell me are too expensive for people to purchase.
Yeah, well, see, that goes back to that HUD piece too. HUD's not gonna let us do any of that over here in Longview right now. But go ahead, I'm sorry. Go
To
ahead.
build any more houses?
To build affordable houses, never fall in the line
Okay,
of affordable.
how can we, by voting you in, how can we help lift our schools? Get new schools? I don't believe in,
Well-
is it South Oak Cliff?
Right,
They're gonna fix it?
right.
Tear the M down
Well,
and fix it,
well,
all
see,
build it
unfortunately-
up. Don't fix it.
Yeah, we fought for
We're
that,
not-
we fought for that.
We don't need a Band-Aid.
But-
If I get shot, don't
Yeah.
put no Band-Aid on me.
Yeah, we fought for that. And unfortunately, that goes back to those trustees that you guys elected. It goes back to those trustees that are making that decision on that school board. Lou Blackburn and Bernadette Nuttall and George Foreman, all those people that you guys put in office, African American. Okay, let's not forget that. Those are African Americans that are making decisions that you just said that you object to. Okay, those are the ones that are making those decisions. Now, in terms of me on the federal side, I would reform Title I. Because number one, Title I is one of those disparities that's going after our children's money and diverting it to more wealthier areas, which in turn is causing the more poverty-stricken areas to fall even further behind. So that's one of the things that we gotta do is reform that Title I, so that the monies that are allocated are supposed to go to those allocated areas.
I have to admit, I am politically ignorant.
No, you're
You
not.
talk about Title I, I'm not so familiar with.
Well, No Child Left Behind, you probably heard that.
Yes, that one.
Okay,
Okay,
No
but
Child
some
Left
of the rules, some of the things, the political, areas and arenas that are being discussed, they go right over my head, and I'm a college person.
Right.
God forbid people who don't know anything, how can they vote?
Well,
They
guess what?
don't have the knowledge.
Mhm.
How can we teach our, young adults who are getting ready to vote? Don't tell them what to vote for, what to vote for. Teach them, we need to know about politics. I'm all for
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
I don't know, and I want
And I think that goes back to, just like they took God out to school, we need to put civics back in the school.
back in the
Civic learning, okay? So that goes back to answering your question, how can we teach our youth about politics? Well, they're not teaching that in the school.
They're not teaching. When I first came
So,
to Texas,
yes,
they were teaching my children Texas history.
right,
When I first came here, my son, who was 7, 8 years old, in Connecticut, was taking oceanography. How can you teach a child about Texas history? I have not filled out their application that asked me if I'm fluent in Texas history. So what can we do about that?
It's a red state.
yeah,
I
yeah.
beg your pardon?
It's a red state.
Well, one
And
of,
we are lazy people. We
One-
need to get out and vote. We need to
Well-
seek knowledge. I'm ready. Teach
well,
me.
one of the things, Monday Night Politics, y'all may have heard about Monday Night
I
Politics.
ain't never heard.
Monday Night Politics takes place out at the African American Museum, where a large majority of candidates like myself, other people that are running for state board of education, judges and things of that nature, they come out and they have a debate. And we had a debate.
Where's that?
African American Museum at the Fair Park in South Dallas. And so we've had a debate.
And it's on Monday night?
I think this will be the last one that's coming up. But I'm trying to answer your question in terms of that piece, what you were saying. that goes back to the State Board of Education, like the lady that's running that was next to me when we were having our debate. And it goes back to the piece where if people aren't engaged, we're gonna get knocked upside the head, just like they knocked us upside the head with these textbooks.
Yes.
They changed the name of the transatlantic slave trade, okay, to something else. When we all know that's not the case, but Texas leads the way in textbooks. Whatever goes down in Texas is spread across the nation. So we have to go after the State Board of Education, the people that are on the board. And the lady that will represent this area, should I win on the federal level, we would have to put pressure on her from the federal government. Well, you know, maybe we need to look at some of these funds y'all been getting, because this lady over here has an issue we need to address and something like that. We need to start holding folks accountable. Now, the great thing about me, I'm on boss and I'm bought, so I don't have all of these special interest groups, all of these PACs. They want to give me money, but I don't want to take their money, because if I take their money, then all of a sudden, I got to vote the way they want me to vote.
Yeah.
Now, Congresswoman Johnson, on the other hand, she got money falling out of her pocket. That's why she want to build a park on the moon, 238,000 miles away from Dallas, and we don't even have no parks over here. Now, that's your money, my money. It's going to cost roughly about $2 billion just to put her name on the moon. You can look it up, Google it. She wants to put a park on the moon. That ain't no joke.
A park.
Yeah, I said it again, so you can look it up. Google it. Congresswoman Johnson wants to build a park on the moon.
Is that a fact?
Now, is that loony or lunar?
That's loony.
Okay, well, that's all I want to say. So you can look it up. Google it. Somebody Google it for me, and you
Okay,
tell
so
me.
what is she?
Congresswoman Johnson, just Congresswoman Johnson, park on the moon.
Congresswoman Johnson.
Yeah.
park.
So those are the kind of ideas that I'm saying, that when you're a little bit older, it's all about legacy. There's no disrespect to her, but she's just trying to get her name on the park.
Now, Mr. Williams, you said that you were a senator before?
No. Journalist and
See, this is what I'm talking about.
I'm not even a politician.
So this is the first political party?
Yes, no clip. But I'm not a politician, I'm a journalist, and I'm a filmmaker. I'm a budding politician, I guess they would say. Somebody who cares dearly about my community. More importantly, I'm an international human rights advocate. So I fight for everybody, not just one race of people. I fight for everybody. So I've affected public policy and laws through the stories that I've written and covered around the world, exposing certain things so that the government can change it because it was exposed. I'm still continuing that, but now I want to be a part of the other side where I'm actually helping to write and change those laws, not just exposing the people that's doing wrong. You see, so now I want to get inside. Now that I know where the wrongness is, I want to get in there and address the wrongness that I've been able to visualize and see all over the world. Like I said, I don't want to just fight for people in Oak Cliff, because when you're in Congress, you fight for the nation as well as making decisions on the world. Did anybody find that good piece, by the way? Okay. Any more questions?
This is totally ridiculous.
I just want to say right quick, first, I just want to thank God for all the black people.
Thank you.
The black men, black ladies, because we are in Black History Month.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to thank all of you for standing up
Yes.
for the betterment of our areas.
Absolutely.
I want to thank you for telling us the things that we needed to know. I thank you for standing up and doing what you do.
Yes.
And I'm not putting nobody down for what they do, because we are black. And I'm Hispanic too.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, but I just want to tell you that thank you. Because it takes a lot to stand up and be a black man.
Well, y'all a tough audience too, so.
We ain't the easiest group to go
Y'all a tough audience now. Y'all popping questions off left and right, so, you know. Yeah, but I thank you.
Okay, all
Yes.
right, with that said, anybody else have any questions for Mr. Williams? All right, thank you so much.
Thank y'all. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Hope I can get some votes. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
This is Eric Williams, and I approve this message.